Hello, welcome to the Justia Videos channel. In this second series of clips about SEO for law firms, we will talk about the fundamentals of citation and link building. In this clip, we will cover topics like what is a link and the relation between links and Google rankings. If you want to see more Justia videos on law practice and legal marketing, be sure to subscribe to our channel.
What is a link? All right, this is basically the fundamentals of the web. So we got a page here, see right there, independent adoptions. That's a link. That's it. You click on that, it'll take you to a page. That's all links are. So links have been fundamental to the web since the beginning. Before then there were things like HyperCard that Apple made. But the whole web is sort of determined by different sites linking to each other. And there's nothing fancy here. That's all this. It's just a link. You click this, you go to another page. Right? That's the core thing. Links in Google ranking. All right, you have to imagine back, but there was a time before Google was out, right? There was a long time ago, and there was a site that they came out called Alta Vista. And before Alta Vista, there was Lycos, there was Excite, there was InfoSeek, a bunch of other sites. But what Alta Vista did is they returned the results faster. And initially, it was just a research project sort of to show how the DEC Alpha processors were great processors to use and why companies should use their mini computers. But Alta Vista, as it went forward, eventually became a separate company because it was so popular. I mean, Alta Vista back in the day was really, really fast. Unfortunately, as Alta Vista became more popular, people found ways to manipulate it. It became, ways to play with the keyword density on the page, and pretty soon you could show up higher in the rankings of Alta Vista, and the results started becoming relatively poor. So initially it was great. People, like they always do, they started playing with it, they started spamming it, and all of a sudden you would do a search and your results in Alta Vista were not good. It was probably the understatement. At that point in time, Larry Page, who was one of the founders of Google, started looking at the Alta Vista results and started saying, well, what can I sort of do here? If we look at sort of user activity and how they sort of value results, we could certainly look at a results page, try to figure out what people click on, but we don't really have that data as a third party. But Alta Vista actually would give you back the number of links that went to a particular page and website. So it was actually there was a way to sort of do this. You could look at the results that came out of Alta Vista and then reorder them by the number of links that the pages had. And what you quickly could sort of see was that if you order them by the number of links a page had, it was a much better result. And that was sort of the beginning parts of Google. And so he developed this thing called PageRank. And basically it was, the links to a page, not all links were the same, a little bit like the strength of schedule in sports and things. If you think like March Madness or something in basketball, they look at strength of schedule. So like a link from Yahoo would be worth a lot. A link from Joe's homepage, not quite as much. And then you would just sort of look at the results and tie in those sort of user-generated activity, which is the webmasters producing links and producing what the value is of the site, and bring that as an additional factor for the ranking. And initially, this was just technical papers. It was something to be done for research. And then they put up a small search engine, and this is they had like 25 million pages, which very like Justia has way more than 25 million pages. So it's not even that many pages, but they put that up and people started playing around with it on Stanford, and it was really popular and the results were great. They were a lot better than Alta Vista's results. So eventually they released the company, and that's sort of the beginnings of Google. I mean, that was sort of the beginning part. Initially, there weren't even ads. It was just something you could use to find better results than any other search engine out there. In the meantime, Alta Vista was bought by CMGI. They stopped their real focus on search. There was many other issues they had with search as well. They started saying we need to be like Yahoo, and this is sort of a Yahoo mini version of Alta Vista. Google, they put their initial real logo up, they cleaned it up, and then even cleaner today. I mean, they just sort of kept it clean, kept the focus on search. And Alta Vista probably should have thought about keeping their focus on search if they remembered how quickly they became really popular. And they were never that popular as a portal. They were very popular as a search engine, but they took their eyes off the ball there. And Google kept their focus on search, made the search better and better and better. And as more and more web pages came online, and directories became unmanageable, search became the future of what of the way people actually use the web. And the whole key thing to Google was this page rank. So page rank is what drove the Google results, and no one else was doing it. And once they got ahead of the others in terms of quality results, they never looked back. It just kept going. So there are two sort of main parts that Google brought into their PageRank algorithm. One's on PageRank, one's sort of tangential to it. And one is that better sites, higher quality sites, have higher votes. So for example, here's a New York Times site. Here's a link to Justia on their site. And again, that's a high quality vote from the New York Times saying, look, we trust Justia, right? That's basically what they're saying. The other one is looking at the link text. So AltaVista and the other folks never really looked at the link text at all. Google spent a lot of time looking at the link text in order to determine what the page that they were pointing to was about. So here I have the word independent adoptions, from our previous example of a link, and it links to the independent adoptions page. So there's value in that link text as well that Google was sort of looking at initially when they were sort of developing their algorithm for search results. Now they've done a lot more sense. Obviously, people played around with links a lot, so they've got all different things they need to do in terms of checking link spam. But the core thing of Google PageRank driving their basic algorithm, that is still the case, with a lot more focus on the quality of content of the results that come out of their PageRank algorithm. So they don't, they've really moved into focusing in on content as well.
We hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did enjoy it, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more law practice and legal marketing videos. See you in our next clip.